Grand awakening, everyone. Hope all is well. Keep fighting the good fight. I'm going to be making quite a bit of videos as of this week, or even just today. It's about 2 in the morning where I am. Anyway, the topic is false messiahs. Now, for those of you who don't know, I wouldn't consider myself a religious person. However, I do know there is a lot of truth within religious text. Because the way the world is, I'm gonna tell you how bad people control the world. It's when they mix truth with lies. They actually, we say that they deceive us with lies, but they actually deceive us with truth. They mix truth with lies. When they speak truth, they're speaking to your spirit and your soul, but they know how to manipulate the truth. So when they speak certain truths, that's when they have your soul. That's when they have your spirit. You're like, this person is a good person. Once they reel you in, now they got you. They have you. Now they can tell you anything. Because they tell you something that you agree with, which pulls you in. And then the parts that you don't know of, or you may sound confused, is like, okay, this person's highly elevated, so maybe I just don't understand right now, but I know this person is the truth. So, once again, I want to stay, and I say that I'm not religious, so that way people don't hold me accountable of certain things. But even the devil comes in the light of an angel and blinds you with their light, their false light, I guess you can say. So right now, social media is a big thing. You have a lot of so-called truthers out there, whether it's using this platform or other platforms. But if you pay attention, if you use your discernment, you'll know the vast majority are not really truthers. They'll stick with a certain topic. So say, for example, which I wanted to touch on too. So my last few videos, I actually have a few videos I'm talking about targeted individuals. However, I'm not going to specifically focus on the whole targeted individual, how do you say, propaganda. Why? Because that's not primarily the focus as being a targeted individual. What are you targeted for? You have people who discuss these things, targeted individuals, truthers, etc. They always talk about the problem, but they never come with a solution. And which I can understand sometimes, because we know the problem, but we're not quite sure as of yet what the solution is. However, these people will talk about the problem so much and that you'll end up being just focused on the problem, which promotes fear, which promotes paranoia, which promotes you giving basically the enemy too much credit. Oh, watch this, watch that. Okay, you're a targeted individual, but why are you targeted? What are you doing to be targeted? You're not doing anything to be targeted. You're actually fueling the propaganda, the false propaganda. You're talking about these things, but however, you're not pointing out the bigger picture of things. Your little personal life really isn't nothing compared to what globally and universally what's really going on in the world. When I speak of these things, when I talk about family being against you, um, friends, and just the world, period. Yes, there is a certain essence that you may carry within you, that there's something about you. But after a while, once the people see that You do have this essence, but you're actually depleting your own essence by not living to your true potential or living to your true essence. You're no longer a threat. They know what you're capable of, but you've gone so deep, it's like it's kind of hard to come back. And they know you're capable of coming back, and anything's possible over, and even things go happen overnight. But the way you're living, you know, you're not really a threat. You're not really being targeted. To those who identify as a uh, targeted individual, a truther, someone who's being gang stalked, excuse me, someone who is being, blackballed, blackmailed, or was it gas mask or whatever? I know I'm saying that wrong. Gaslighted. Um, don't focus on that because that's not the bigger picture. That's not your purpose. There's a scripture in the Bible when I guess when Christ came and it said that he came and he knew all of them. He knew all of the people, but none of the people knew him. And he was kind of upset about that. Why? Because we actually came from somewhere. Yet we got amnesia and forgot where we came from, truly came from. That's why even in that scripture as well, it says, not that particular scripture, but there's a scripture that says, you know, how God knew you before you were created in your mother's womb. You were with God. You were God. You were with God. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. The Word was with God. You were there. However, you came and you just totally forgot your mission. You just went off the path. And that is why none of the people recognized Christ. But Christ recognized them. And he wasn't too happy about it. But, he understood the conditions. So a lot of false messiahs will get on these platforms and talk, because the thing is, and all of you should be very happy, because if you see a lot of these, when uh, you see a lot of rapid manifestations of these certain people or these videos and these so-called false or these so-called truthers and or whatnot. When you see so many of them that's really spreading false propaganda, and I call them false messiahs, because we've gone past the false prophets. Now we're going to the false messiahs. That means that's how much we are actually elevating, because there's so many of it, because we're moving at such a speed of awakening, of enlightenment, and then we know everything that is not love and light. Christ said, I came to bring a sword, not peace. Not verbatim, but basically that's what he was saying, basically a separation, It's going to be little wars here and there for the truth and the untruth. I don't know if that's a word. I don't know what just happened, but I'm going to continue. Wow, I don't know what just happened. But it's pretty much what I wanted to say, is that don't be so focused on you being targeted and scared, because a lot of people who's claiming to be targeted, and I even had a conversation with a family member of mine. Oh, secret societies are after me. Well, why are they after you? That's just what they do. Well, why are they after you? They're not doing it for no reason. What are you doing to cause it? You're not doing anything. I don't think I'm gonna say people know, they talk about problems, but they don't have a solution. Like I said, we're not gonna always know the solution right off bat. We recognize the enemy, and, the problem, but when you're so focused on that, and I'm gonna make another video, because there's someone who actually inspired me to do this video, but I forget the name of their channel. It begins with Angel. But when you do that, you know, you're feeding into the enemy's trap. You know, some people are doing it intentionally, but I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot are doing it. I mean, I'm sorry, some people are doing it unintentionally, but a lot and most are doing it intentionally. Intentionally. So just keep pressing on, you know, be wary, stop putting your trust in, don't put your trust in people. Don't put your trust, at the end of the day, and that's going to be probably my next video or maybe the video after, is that you are the answer. Then you have the answer within you. God writ, the laws of God are written on the hearts of man. But we'll continue soon. Have a great awakening.